Hello, everybody. This is Tim Braheem with Performance Experts Coaching and Leadership 360, and this is another edition of some of the great learnings that have come about from our newest class of the Leadership 360 program, Group 5. And today I have the great pleasure of introducing you to Alan Tayman. Alan Tayman is a terrific loan originator out of the Washington, D.C. area. He's a $50 million producer. And I had the great fortune of spending a week with him in Costa Rica along with the other 8 guys. We just got back about a week ago, and we're still feeling the energy of what we created down there together as a group. Alan, thanks so much for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to talk to everybody who's listening to this recording.
My pleasure, Tim, always.
So when we're in Costa Rica, as some of you that are listening may know, one of the primary focuses is for us to really build out a 3-year strategic business and life plan that involves setting goals in various areas of your business and your life, and then drilling down into granular detail with very specific action items that pertain to those goals. And then we ask the attendees to select 3 what we call MIGs, or massive impact goals, to focus on over the next 4 months leading up to the next time we're together live here in Los Angeles in March. Alan, share with us one of the MIGs that you've chosen to focus on over the next 4 months that Scott, Julie, and myself are going to be supporting you on implementing.
Sure, Tim. So one of my MIGs is to up-level the referral sources that I'm devoting my attention to, specifically with respect to the quality of clients that they can provide and the amount of time that I can devote to those that truly are eligible to finance and are ready to move on in ways that I can help them.
Gotcha. So I'm super stoked for you that you picked this MIG. I think it's a natural part of all loan originators' evolution. I mean, I went through this process too, where I realized that sometimes less is more, and having a higher quality of relationship with a referral partner can not only yield more loans, but make life a lot more enjoyable because you're not having to try to please so many masters. So share with us one of the things that you learned on retreat that you found to be revelatory for you pertaining to this MIG.
Yeah, one of the things that really hit me, and I think I had to really let myself slow down in order to really focus in on it, was listening to 2 of the guys on retreat that did, they each do $150 million a year. And they do not have exorbitantly large teams. They have between 10 and 15 referral partners that they concentrate on, and I'm camped on 35 that just take my time in little bits and chunks, and I'm just listening to them and how they developed the higher level relationships with the true top producing real estate agents that they work with. And it was a huge eye opener to me that I really need to start saying no more to people that are just not worth my time at this point. And I don't say that with respect to people that are eligible for financing, but just people that just throw things at the wall and see if they stick, and they use me as part of that process. And I just think my time is too precious to do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you that you're seeing this so clearly, and I know that having an opportunity to talk to Greg and RG on retreat, 2 of your comrades in the L360 program was super helpful for you. When I heard you describing, your 30 referral partners that you're having to serve versus their 10 to 15, the image that came into my mind was like death by 1,000 cuts. It's like it's a painful process to have to manage so many different personalities. And one of the things that I realized, Alan, and for those of you listening, quite a long time ago, it took me a few years into my career to realize this, is that the real estate agents that do the low volume, they don't really have that much volume to give me anyway. And when they do give me a deal, they're really breathing down my neck because it's so important to them because it means their mortgage payment or the one deal that they're going to do this month. And it's kind of curious as to why all of us, me included back in the day, didn't just circumvent all of that and just go straight for the top producers, because you don't need to land a lot of them. You need to build a relationship with 5, 6, 7 really good producers who have a lot of business to give, and then develop that continuity with them. So I'm super excited to support you on this MIG and all the action items associated with it in our coaching sessions, and I know that Scott and Julie will be doing the same. One final question is pertaining to L360 itself. Now that you've been through at least the beginning of the program, you were on our 1-week retreat in Costa Rica, and now we have 12 full months together where we're going to be supporting you on the successful implementation of your plan. I run into people frequently who are considering being an L360, but that have various reasons as to why they can't. Anything from I can't take time away from my business for a week to it wouldn't be appropriate to be away from my family for a week to the cost being more than I'm comfortable paying. Now that you've at least had a glimpse of what we do, what would you share with those that are listening that are considering being an L360 going forward?
Yeah, sure. So I had some reservations going forward, a lot more to do with stepping outside of my comfort zone and going to spend 8 days with guys that I really didn't know that well, spending time away from my family, spending time away from my business. And within a very short time of being down there, you just kind of wake up to how much value that you're getting from working on your business, from being in this incredible setting that allows you to just slow it down a little bit and really concentrate on the things that are really important in life. And I love that we not only delved into the business side of it, but also the personal side of it, because I'm a 50-year-old man. I've been doing this for 25 years. And I've got a lot of bad habits that I've ingrained in myself over time, and I've spent very little time looking back and seeing how I can change my behavior and the way that I do things in a really constructive way. As far as the money is concerned, I mean, if I implement 1/4 of the content that we discussed down there, the cost is more than going to pay for itself, and not only with respect to dollars and cents, but quality of life. So I don't question for 1 second the cost that I put into it at this point. And like you said, I'm early on in the process, but just coming off the trip, I see tremendous value there and wouldn't question it for a second.
Thanks, man, for sharing that. I'm really grateful for your time. Hopefully those of you that are listening got a little bit of an idea of some things that maybe you could be working on your business. Alan's MIG that he's focusing on is a super, super important one. I'll just add one other footnote, Alan. I don't know if I said this in Costa Rica, but I think it's important for everybody to hear, and you especially. When I had the big years in 2001, 2, 3, and 4, which every one of those years I funded over 500 units. My best year was 683 units. During that stretch, I only had 7 real estate agents that I worked with, 2 accountants, 1 financial planner, and 1 life insurance agent. That was the sum total. Those 11 were the sum total of my referral sources. Now, I got a lot of business from past client referrals from my database because I manage my database very effectively. But my point is that I realized after a period of time that going deeper with few rather than scratching the surface with many was the formula. And I think that you're starting to see that. And I'm like I said, I'm really looking forward to our next coaching session where we can just really play with that concept and on a deeper level and really start to get some traction around it. So thanks a lot for taking the time, bro. I really appreciate you sharing everything you did.
Anytime, Tim. Happy to help always, man.
Okay, thanks everybody for listening.